Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that you've heard people tell you after you tell them, like, you know, oh, I read Captain Sosa?
As you grow older, at least to my age right now, you start to figure out, hey, you don't give a shit really. You just enjoy what you want to enjoy.
So we all know you play MTG now. If you watch his stream, and if you know, he has a Black Lotus at the back of his shelf. Now the question is, which edition is this Black Lotus? I've been dying to ask him this question. What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unpaid Nerds podcast. Today we have a very special guest. It's our first time ever having a guest on the show. Who is this guy? I don't know if you guys know or not.
Hi guys.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Is there anyone who is not special that's on your show?
Besides me, not really actually. So why don't you introduce yourself before we get started?
Right now, I'm Gerald. Hi guys, I am a streamer. I was saying these days I introduce more myself more like a streamer, a content creator. Just leave it at that. And if people know who I am, good. If people who do not know who I am, then also good. We'll see how it goes.
Makes sense. I think for those who don't know, right, actually he used to be my boss.
Oh, okay.
Briefly. For half a year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that was the first time we ever met. Actually, can I ask how old are you?
I am 42 this year.
I feel like Gerald don't look his age at all. I got an interesting story. So there's one time when we were in office and I think like it was still early part of my job there. I think you brought your daughter into the office. And back then, I don't really know your
background.
Correct. I don't know if he's like single or have a family and all that. So when he first brought his daughter in office, I thought that was like his partner or something.
What? That will make my daughter very sad.
Yeah, legit. Then I'm like, oh, so is it the Gerald's partner? I never asked anybody until eventually I found out that was your daughter. I'm like, what? Then like that was mind blowing to me. Yeah.
In a good or bad way?
In a good way lah.
Okay.
Like I feel like you look very young.
Thank you.
Yeah. You look.
Play more video games. Don't go in the sun. I think it helps with your age.
Yeah, I don't think you look 40s lah. Maybe like late 30s at most. Yeah. But that was damn funny. I think I never ever told you that. So I wanted to
Have
release
you told anyone before?
No.
First time ever.
So I wanted to release it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that was really funny. But yeah, I mean that was how we met. And I think like on this episode we wanted to know more about how you got into like geekdom, geek culture itself. What are you doing? What you're doing right now? So maybe we start off first with like how, as a kid, how did you get into geekdom?
I think as a kid, most of my weekends you usually go for tuition. Firstly, in between tuition, and then things like you have a lot of in between time for tuition. So for me, mine was going to, let's say, MPH. Not sure if you remember.
MPH, yeah, I remember.
Times the bookshop.
Yes.
And they had shelves then back, unlike Kinokuniya these days, where all the books were unwrapped.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So I could go into and grab my magazine like EGM.
EGM, that I do not know.
EGM magazine, Electronics Gaming Monthly magazine.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you would just flip through. Back then there was no internet, and then that's how you get all your cheat codes, strategy guides,
Game
reading
guides.
about the latest stuff. And that's how you get into geekdom. And then one thing leads to another, then you go on to graphic novels. And Borders was great also at that time.
Oh yes, they did.
Yeah.
They used their Borders. Yeah.
Borders was, I think that's the evolution, slightly older when I was like in secondary school that time. And I think even before that, I stayed around the east side. And there was a original comic store. I can't remember the name right now.
Comics Connection.
There was a Comics Connection there.
Okay.
It was a St. James bookshop also. I'm not sure.
Never heard of that. Yeah.
All these names, I think, from a generation of people that will know. But that was the place where they sold like sassy bunny girls already back in the day. So it's like, oh, wow, this is very nice. And then you got Fatal Fury with Mai there. So these are very iconic statues that you had and you see. And that's when you realize, wow, I can't afford all this. And then when your parents also don't buy for you these type of things, you start to realize, wow, these things are expensive. And then you read more about it as opposed to enjoying about it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the journey.
How you got into it. Was there like a particular franchise where like, oh shit, like I'm getting into it, I want to buy all the books, I want to buy all the magazines or whatnot.
Actually, the first manga I read was Captain Tsubasa.
Wow, old school, yeah.
Old school. Origin of like Blue Lock.
Origin of like Blue Lock.
And that was, in some ways also, Captain Tsubasa in that same era also was Dragon Ball Z. And I remember Dragon Ball Z was when you put in 20-cent coin,
You get the
spin.
Yes, I remember those also.
And I remember the first cards I got was like, wow, I'm not sure many people also know about this, is when you can peel off the first layer, it reveals the second one.
The Prism cards, right?
Prism cards.
Yeah, oh, those are great, man.
Those are great.
I love those.
And I remember the one where they were fighting the Buu arc, right? They had this one that can combine into.
Oh, yes.
I don't have any of those anymore already.
Oh my god, I was gonna ask you whether you still have
I do
them.
not have. It came through an era where primary school you were very into that such things. Then we go to secondary school, obviously girls, then realize, wow, my hobbies don't really sync with the other
The
side of-
society.
with society.
Yeah.
And then you tend to draw yourself back, but as you grow older, at least to my age right now, you start to figure out, hey, you don't give a shit really. You just enjoy what you want to enjoy. And I think these days is very good because most people can just enjoy what they want and you won't be judged
makes
for
sense.
it. But last time it wasn't that easy.
Yeah. So do you feel like there's a big change in what nerd means? And maybe like what about the trends? Like how people get into
I
this
don't
subculture?
I don't like the term about labels and all that because I prefer, if you enjoy this, you just enjoy this.
Yeah.
You're a Dragon Ball Z enjoyer, you're One Piece enjoyer.
One Piece. I'm not the One Piece enjoyer actually.
Yeah. But I don't judge. So it comes from a place where the feeling of how you enjoy something, right? Then someone will just give the look, right?
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
Yeah. What's the craziest thing that you've heard people tell you after you tell them like, oh, I read Captain Sosa, or like something is your favorite?
Actually, during secondary school, the first CD I bought, right, was one of the earliest CDs I bought, right, and I brought to school.
CDs. Okay,
Compact disc.
Yeah.
This was the time where Backstreet Boys,
Right.
Spice Girls,
Westlife.
super big.
Yeah.
I'm okay with those, but what I bought was $20 a CD. I remember, pretty pricey.
What's this?
Prodigy, Fell the Land, the music.
The hell? Prodigy?
This was because I went to meet a friend, 1996. Remember, this was after PSLE. Then you got to listen to this, man. This is like the greatest thing ever. And then I realized, wow, this is actually good. Then 1997, they came out with the Prodigy Fell the Land CD. I brought it to school. People like,
what is this guy listening to?
correct. At that time, reaction. And then you should be listening to Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, these people, they grow up, they like EDM, they're like,
Yeah, and then they're hey, Prodigy. What's their biggest song? Was it the
Firestarter.
Yeah.
And
correct,
it was
correct.
very big because I was playing PlayStation back then, and also
Some of the hits on
was Wipeout XL, the
okay,
very
okay.
futuristic racer that,
Right.
that you played.
Wow. That's
Throwback, right?
Yeah, throwback.
Yeah.
The Walkman and all.
Yeah.
This man, throwback also. I think we share very similar
Overlapping.
our age, yeah, because our age gap is not big. I think my brother is almost like same age as you also. So I remember those Prism cards. He does all the, because I don't have money, so he's the one.
He got the money.
Yeah. So he's the one that collects the Dragon Ball Z cards, but he passes them down to me lah. So I
Okay.
also still remember those with the
the
one that,
joining.
then it's two cards then you put together. So cool. Those were best, man.
We should actually join it.
Yeah. That's a thumbnail, bro. That's a thumbnail. You feel like nostalgia is like carrying the industry right now with whatever's happening. Like Pokemon and all these anime coming back.
Nostalgia is carrying industry. Yes and no. I think people who are nostalgic, they're buying the same stuff, but there is a limit. The limit is your shelf space. That's why I moved on to trading card games as a whole. If I were to push into collection,
That's the key, bro. That's
Yeah.
the strategy, which is also why we are here, man. Because we have no storage space.
storage
Cue the
space.
ad. Before we continue on to the episode, this space is brought to you by SimplyStorage. SimplyStorage is a storage hub located at Mata MRT station where you can store all your anime figurines and collectibles. Even if you want to hang out, make a space here to display your toys, that's also possible. DM us for more information. Spaces here are limited. Let's continue to the episode.
Then when it comes to, let's say, toys and nostalgia, fueling this, I don't know. I can't really put my pulse into it, and then just in my head is there's only so much statues you can buy. There's only so much figures you can buy. And this came to the point where you met my daughter, right?
Yeah.
My turning point, I've told this quite a few times, but I think it's worth bearing to say it repeatedly. You got to ask, figure out. When you move on to better things, right? What are you going to do with all those statues?
She asked you that question.
I asked her that
Oh,
question.
you asked her that question.
Yeah. And her response was, I don't think you would expect. Maybe you want to give a guess.
Sell them lah.
Wow, you would think that she would sell them.
Yeah.
Her response was, I will bury them with you.
Oh my god. All that value.
Value in itself, you realize, let's take it for example, Hasbro. Hasbro does Magic the Gathering, their key product is Transformers.
Yeah.
But they have come out with the same Optimus Prime
For
over
forever.
and over again.
Yeah.
That even if you go God Convoys, whatever,
Like all the different
model-
editions, all the different
right?
editions, yeah.
Whatever price tag you see at Nakano Broadway, I don't think anyone is buying of that.
Yeah.
And
True.
my real fear, I've had conversations with this guy, Izaku Ben also. And I've seen this before with my own eyes. You go to Mandarake,
Sakuben.
first floor, there are people just scanning stuff to put into the inventory.
Right.
And these are people who are, my sense is, people have passed on. They just want to let go of their stuff.
And then they clear.
You would think that it goes for 100, think maybe $10.
Yeah.
People just want to get rid of that stuff out the door.
Ouch, man.
Yeah.
Wait, so is your family also like into the hobbies, into the passion?
Not so much, more controlled.
So that's why they will bury all your
Yeah,
items with
most
you.
probably so. That's why right now my magic collection, right? I've religiously catalogued them in the Excel sheet. And I've told them explicit examples. Do not anyhow sell this.
Only certain stuff you sell, certain stuff you...
I would say sell everything.
Oh, okay.
You can start maybe a business or start something. Because once you're gone, right, you must remember, these people don't have the same nostalgia. Like, wow, I played Teferi's Protection.
Correct. They
During
don't
this
know,
moment,
yeah.
you have this. But if they are
It's just
not...
cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they have no connection to such things, right, it's pointless to them.
It's just cardboard in the end. It's just paper. So you actually have an Excel sheet. So the Excel sheet is some sort like a wheel or
Yes.
something.
And I just saying, just look at this price.
Fucking crazy.
You need to give people some instructions like go to CCG Player, go to check,
Yeah.
and know how to check. And these days, unlike last time during my era, right?
Yeah.
How often can you get a price list?
Price check, yeah.
Inquest magazine, I'm not sure you've seen before.
Nope.
Go to Mox and Lotus, they have old school Inquest
Okay.
magazines. At the back, there is a price list of cards.
Oh, so that's
how you get your market
last
price
time.
back
Okay.
then.
Now we have like Card Kingdom, TCG.
So much resources, it's crazy.
Convenience and the fingertips. So we all know you play MTG now. I mean, we still play every week now and then. We all know that there's one card at the back. If you watch his stream, and if you know, he has a Black Lotus at the back of his shelf. Now the question is, which edition is this Black Lotus? I've been dying to ask him this question on stream, and he never ever wants to.
Why would I ever
say
want
it.
to answer that?
I'm gonna gamble that it's the beta edition. At the way he's putting it, can start business, or it means he's quite hefty lah. So, okay. How did you get that Black Lotus in the first place?
So my question to you is, why would I put a Black Lotus in a place that has sun?
Oh, that means it's a proxy.
But that's not saying that I don't have.
The real Black Lotus
Yeah,
somewhere.
that was only on display.
Somewhere in his I don't know what treasure, like you have a chest of
Yeah,
the hidden gems.
you never know.
We'll
Or
never,
just
I
leave
guess
it
we'll
at
never know. You're not even know here. You're not gonna leak that here. Not even like which edition is it?
No.
Above.
I think it's relatively
5 digits.
I think it's relatively substantial, but
Okay, then how do you manage to collect that piece? Was it all the way back then? You have it until now, or is it something that you bought in the recent years?
it is something that I bought in the recent years.
I see. As a collect,
Just a
grill.
grill, and then
Yeah.
done already.
Is that the most expensive thing you have in the house? I mean, besides appliances, like collectibles. Yeah.
I think to that, right, I actually have another piece from Wizards of the Coast they gave me. It's also on display at the back.
Oh.
It's a golden treasure token.
Oh, I think you showed that on stream before
sure,
once. Wait, that's more expensive than the Black Lotus?
Transacted 16,000, but I feel that their value could be higher because
There's no one else selling it. Okay.
there's if the serial numbers are to be believed, remember, serial numbers are also humanly manufactured.
Yeah, that's true.
There's only 100 pieces.
Oh wow. Okay.
So theoretically, it should be
a lot
more
more.
valuable.
So you could be the next Logan Paul pricing his treasure token.
No man, the guy is speculation and hype.
Makes sense. He's now getting into One Piece. In
wow.
case you don't know. And then the One Piece prices are jacked up like crazy because of
Wow, good luck, One Piece
it. Yeah.
fans.
He left Pokemon, I'm glad. So when it comes to collecting, right, do you have like a philosophy? Like you were saying for people who's interested in hobbies and all that, just go for it and enjoy it. What about like collecting? When does it become like, wow, I'm buying too much, collecting too much stuff, no space? What kind of philosophy do you live by?
Wow. When it comes to collecting, I would say the philosophy I live by is, I think most people know this. You buy 3, one to open, one to keep,
You actually buy 3?
one to sell, if possible.
Oh my god.
And I know that this is
No
something
way.
that is, I got 3 Chocobo bundles.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I know you open all yours, right?
I'm a DJ, bro. I'm a gambler. I have a different philosophy.
Why you do that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I see the mean silk box there, right?
But the box is very pretty.
It is very pretty, but it calls out to me every night I'm at the table.
Because of you. I think you got more issues than just
me.
collecting. You hear voices, right?
Yeah, I hear voices. Open me. Open me is what they call out to me
Yeah.
every night.
Philosophy, it has evolved. And right now I would say, do not trust the corporations.
Ooh,
They will
okay.
print
More.
more. Like what I said about Optimus Prime.
Right.
They will always print more unless I think the Japanese have done it really well. They have been able to maintain the quality that comes out. Anything that they license out is going to be trash.
Right.
But anything that they produce themselves will be good.
That makes sense. Even the printing, I feel like the Japanese card sometimes looks nicer. I don't know if it's just me or
I
not.
think you should copium.
Oh really? But I collect English cards more lah. Anyway, yeah. So that's really interesting to know. And then like, I just wanted to ask you also like, so you said you mentioned like you used to buy 3 of everything. So does that apply to even the toys?
Oh, the toys.
Because in case people don't know, you have a Transformers collection. If they watch your stream, they'll see all the figurines behind your display. So do you do that to your figurines also?
Transformers came to me in a time where I also grew up with it. I was born in 1984. So by the time, back in the era where I think it took a few years before it came to Asia, Transformers was actually pretty expensive. And I got most of my Transformers as hand-me-downs from my brother.
Oh, okay.
And I think the modern toys are actually much better.
Modern ones.
If you were to
compared
compare
to
the Constructicons from the past to the Devastator now, Devastator now is so much
way
better.
better lah.
Way
Yeah.
better.
In terms of all the articulation and everything.
Quality. Articulation, because it's a gas stock, right? As it combines, it's very hard to put together.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think what I had, right, was a third-party Dinobots. That third-party Dinobots, I can't remember the exact manufacturer. Third parties, they're not like knock-off because they never clone it from existing.
Correct. They just create something.
design their own,
yeah.
which I think because of the Chinese, the engineering is amazing. But because it's a custom, transforming those toys are a nightmare. I'm not sure if anyone has it. If you yourself have done it before.
We've done it, but I've only done it with you guys with the official.
You did Unicron, right?
Correct. That's one we did at the office together. We spent like a proper day.
Yeah,
I think
proper
like 8
day.
hours to transform it. It's insane.
And imagine this is what Hasbro has and what Lego also has. What you're getting as a toy lover or what you appreciate, right? It's actually very clear instructions.
Right.
Lego being the best,
Right.
Hasbro being okay,
Somewhat.
and the Chinese one being the worst.
The worst.
I had this Dinobots, and if you know Dinobots, they don't actually combine in the comic. But only in recency they say, hey, let's make them a combiner. But the ones that I got was a combiner. It cannot transform anymore.
Oh, because of what? Like, how I'm assuming over time.
No need that, not that. My first time ever, I got Grimlock.
Okay.
I transformed him,
Okay.
and then I snapped him.
Oh man.
That's the
That's
the
a
most
third party.
third party one.
So is it because of the quality, or it's just like you didn't really know how to, because there's no instructions?
Sometimes the tricky part is you do not know if you need a bit more force
Or
or this force is too
too
much.
much. Right.
And that's why they're all left in their dino form.
Right, so you never transform
They
them.
transform already.
Okay, like, I mean, they look cool. I
look
feel like they always look better in their dino form.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Grimlock.
So that's the tricky part about I think collecting transformers. I don't have 3 of those types, but I always pick specific ones that I really
Oh, you really
feel,
like, and
yeah.
then you get them.
So I have a transformer called Bludgeon.
Okay.
He's a pretender,
Familiar, yeah.
but the one I got right, he's actually in a Japanese form. He turns into actual samurai with swords.
Oh shit,
posable,
okay, that's cool.
And
Sounds
he
cool.
he's a triple changer also for this one. No, actually I don't
It's
think
the
it's a
third party?
third party one also.
So you have a lot third party bots actually.
Yeah, and I actually intensively look at reviews
Before you buy them.
after the Grimlock experience. And
I see.
And I bought all these right. These especially if you are the collector from knowing you buy from Chinese brands, right? They release like over 3 years like.
Oh.
They take very long.
I see.
Maybe every few months one
One bot.
One bot.
Okay.
It takes insanely long to
That's not a bad
do
thing
it,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, so you spend less money over 3. Okay, he disagrees.
No man, when you say I spend this amount over 3 years for this, and then you. Sometimes I think that's why I feel that the drop, the secret lair sensation, the FOMO sensation is very real.
Yeah.
But
it's
knowing
too
how to
much, right?
catch yourself in that feeling
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah, otherwise you just like keep buying stuff. I feel like at some point I felt very jaded buying the figurines, and then I realized I need to stop. Besides the space and money issue lah, obviously. And I feel like, wow, every day just like need to buy the pre-order or like just keep buying me.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
chase.
Then I see like, wow, they're just there.
The same feeling is when you buy from, let's say, Falcon's Hanger. Falcon's Hanger is, if you don't pre-order, you can never buy already.
Correct.
Then you have to figure out
The FOMO.
then it starts to create. But if you realize, if you just give yourself a few days, right, and you don't keep on looking at it,
And you just forget, and then it's like,
forget.
actually I don't need it. Yeah, that's what I do now also. Guess we're on the same page.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, then moving on. Well, you did mention that you were somewhat in geek culture. I mean, we did because like we met there. So I guess maybe we can go a bit more into how it started out. Not too much, maybe just briefly. As far as I recall, you started it out as a meme page and with Young.
Yes.
And then it took off like quickly and suddenly. So what was that like? Was that something actually like you guys was prepared for, or you just like for fun and then oh shit, it blew up? Yeah.
So how I started Geek Culture was straightforward. A few friends together young, just putting up memes, because we knew that during that time it was pretty much like bloggers were still a thing.
Yeah.
Then the era of Facebook came about.
Yeah.
Facebook made it easy to post up stuff, and that's how it just took off. That's the long and short of it. We did not know where it will go, and it blew up good. And if you are in the social media space that I was doing marketing, social media
I see.
marketing,
Yeah.
that was a good place to launch right off into a website, which was another big hurdle
Yeah.
where you needed a traffic driver. Talking in very industry terms, you need people
Yeah. People to
go to the
yeah,
website,
to
and then
watch.
that was a good asset to have.
I see.
Yeah.
Was that success exciting, or did you feel like, oh, I now have something else I need to focus on? What was it like, the feeling when it took off?
As working a corporate job back then, it was actually very tedious. But I think in many people that I had, even for me when I have my own podcast, I know I spoke to the woke salaryman. For many of them, I think even for yourself, you always have a day job first, and then you do this as your.
That's true. Yeah.
You
Passion
do a 9 to
project.
5, then after this is
Yeah.
your 5 to 9. So for me and us back then, it was the 5 to 9.
Oh. Then like since as in it has been how many years since you guys started Geek Culture?
10 years?
That's
12,
crazy.
10, 12
That's
years
that's
now.
crazy. Yeah. How does that feel compared to where it was? Because now Geek Culture is huge. You have a full-time staff. I mean team over there doing like putting out content, putting out videos. You guys get invited to events, premieres, and all that. What's that like? Back then versus you just sharing a meme.
I would say right now we have a lot more eyes on us, which is good, but it also means that how we do things would a bigger part is when you start a business, it becomes a business. It's no longer a hobby. It's no longer fun. And with a business, you need to think about the most capitalistic thing. How do I
How to
pay?
earn money.
How to earn money? And this money goes towards paying for rent, paying for salaries, and then finding the right people. And as a small company, generally, you don't have the top pick of talent. And top pick of talent also will not come at will come at a price.
Yeah, true.
And being in the media industry, just because you pay top price does not mean you get top
Best.
views.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Correct,
Fair,
right? It does
yeah.
not translate that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And sometimes it's a grind. And when you're always chasing, in some ways, to me, was chasing your next new high. What's the next big thing you wanted to chase? And eventually, that's the treadmill that you were on. And I felt that even right now, I'm not actively involved in the business anymore. Still founder. No more like editor. I'm not
Right,
like,
yeah.
actively, but it's good to have met a lot of friends in the industry, met yourself.
Yeah.
Then when you meet people, say, hey, you're the Geek Culture guy. Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
And
people
then
know you as the Geek Culture
it's a
guy.
but not many people actually do also. So
I
I
see.
just chill and take it easy and then just do about my own thing. I never let success go to my head, which is good. And that's cool. Yeah.
There's something that I just wanted to ask because because I used to write there, right? And then where I was doing full time now is also sort of a media publisher. So I'm just curious, do you feel like reading is like dying? And then are you worried about that for Geek Culture? Because main bulk of the Geek Culture's content is besides the videos and stuff, it's also a lot on articles and reviews and all that. Do you have any opinions on whether people read less nowadays? That's what I feel lah.
That's a good question. When people read less, I think that is true. But if you're saying people read as a whole, it will help you filter out people that you realize that they are parroting talking points as opposed to doing their own research and understanding, oh, this is the real background behind it. So then it's really down to the people that you want to keep close to you or say this is a good person to have. As opposed to this guy, gal, no substance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good filter, I feel. And you only can get it through not only taking one source of media,
Right.
not so much reading, but I think being informed and seeking alternative sources of information. If you read, like you brought up earlier, Logan Paul is into One Piece now. And then why is he into it, doing such thing? Is it just for the hype? And you only get it from one source, then say maybe you should start to consider other sources
of
to figure out
information.
why is he actually doing it, and will this last or not?
Yeah, it's also quite scary. And nowadays, there's so many, I guess, fake news lah. Like so many articles doing different opinions, and you gotta be really careful of what you read. Now that you're doing streaming, before that, you built basically one of the biggest media company in Singapore lah. I think it's fair to say that. What makes you want to leave, and then go into this direction where you're always behind the camera, but now you're in front of the camera. Yeah.
I think you met my daughter. She is of a certain age already. So, and for me, doing streaming was not. It's actually pretty natural. I just rebranded the Geek Culture channel, so I had a normal base. So I wasn't starting from zero. Maybe I'm not starting from scratch, which is great, but I'm also not starting from that same height that I was.
Right.
I came with a philosophy, and talking to a lot of people is the cool part is I just got to start somewhere. That was a good advice a friend gave me. Appreciate it, and I've done it before. I can do it again.
So why streaming though? Like, is there any particular reason?
Streaming brings about something that I think not many people realize is that We're not talking about the big streamers. Those big streamers, if you look at the chat, right, it's just a flood of
Yeah,
text.
it's just like, yeah.
I'm not sure. The streamer does not even read the chat.
Yeah, they probably read 1 out of like 100 messages or something.
But what I appreciate is something that you have also done here, which is quite cool, is that something that trading card stores is, I think, what is missing is really the third space. I'm not sure you heard of this term. It's where people can really go and hang out. And that is really missing in our
Culture here in Singapore, yeah.
in Singapore. And also overseas, but most of these third spaces have moved online.
Correct, more digital lah.
And you tend to attract people who are a lot more vocal, noisy, opinionated, but not always correct. But
see,
because
yeah.
they're always vocal, they tend to be, they think their opinions are fact.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to the third space, right, there is something that people can just really hang out. And the streaming is my way of creating that thing.
This third space
These
where you
third
want to bring
spaces.
people online to enjoy the stuff that you also enjoy.
And because I enjoy so many things,
Yeah.
it's very tricky to, I'm fracturing my own audience in some ways,
That's true.
which is why I would say, as a creator, I am that person. And what I want to bring to people is my journey. I think the emergent stories and the development behind it is much stronger than me as a creator and identity, and I like One Piece or and I like Magic the Gathering.
True. Yeah.
I want people to know who I am, and it's not from an egoistical standpoint. It's more like what I'll be doing in the evolution of streaming, right? It's because it's so raw, it's so real,
Yeah.
it's not scripted, and
Yeah.
it's not something that truly is manufactured.
It's spontaneous lah.
Correct.
It happens on the spot. You can't really like. I mean, you can prepare for it, but there's only this certain limit that you can do to prepare for what comes on the stream.
And I feel that point of when it comes to a lot of content, you create content, I create content, right? It is to some extent, I would say, all engineered. And
Yeah, 100%.
And as much as people are going for engineering, I'm just going for a bit more the other way. And my approach to it is not really, I'm going to make it big so fast, but I want to have fun doing it while making it sustainable. That's why I love playing Outriders right now. And I don't know,
Yeah,
I get a lot of drama from those
You're
places.
farming. Dude, this guy is playing Ark Raiders every day. I see him stream Ark Raiders like 8 hours. He plays from like 1 p.m. When I'm like work from home, I see this guy online Ark Raiders streaming 8 hours.
I might not always be running, maybe just AFK.
Oh yeah. Sometimes he does it, okay. But he plays into the night until like 9, 10 p.m. Crazy. You don't even eat, I don't know, man. Like,
I do it.
that's the AFK time,
yeah.
Yeah, the Ark Raiders is like quite a hit now. This is what you've been focusing on lately, right? Yeah.
And the emergent gameplay I get from it, right? Wow, so cool, man, so fun.
It is lah, like because it's so spontaneous also. The way you meet different people and then you don't know what's gonna happen. Like whether the interaction I think is the coolest. So I watch most of the Ark Raider content also. Sometimes I'm there also.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny. A couple of the skits that not skits, the shots.
The
that you did.
moments.
Yeah, the moments were quite iconic. You don't actually get that from a lot of other games.
I don't get it. And I got friends who actually want to play with me because hopefully this will happen. And it only appears, I think, if you play on American servers.
Yeah, I feel like that's also like the key. We play on Asian servers sometimes, but they just shoot you on site.
They shoot you and you don't talk, and then they knock you out.
Yeah, they don't talk. I guess Asians are just conservative, introverts.
Yeah.
But Americans, they are so like, they say, hey, yo, what's up, man? It's like,
I've got even better ones. I was in Stella Montes, just running up the stairs, and straight away I see one guy standing over 3 people. I say, what's happening here?
wait, then what happened?
I would love to say that you wait for the clip, but it's coming out next
Oh, shit.
soon.
Okay.
It's coming out soon.
Yeah.
But it was these 3 people, and we had no defib. Defib is where it's an item where you can resurrect someone from after he's been knocked down. In the end, I just took out 2 gas canisters and threw on the ground. The guy on the ground was so game about it. He says, "Yes, I am your master.
Oh my god,
Do
man.
this to me."
Oh shit. This is the kind of interactions we live for.
I threw out the 2 barrels.
Yeah.
And then everyone knew, oh crap, this is going to happen already. We all stood back and then I shot it, boom, boom, boom.
All died.
All died.
Wait, but you didn't die.
I didn't die. Obviously from a shot from a safe distance.
Yeah. Wait, so you were the hostile at that point?
No, I was not hustling. They were already on the floor.
Oh, they're really on the floor.
I just
okay.
gave them a nice
Wait, what about the one
sending
guy
off.
standing over the...
He also ran away.
yeah.
The moment I threw it out, you can see him running already. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a great game. I feel like it's one of the biggest hits. And they are releasing so many updates this year, right? I think we saw the updates.
I'm not sure how it will evolve over time. It does get tired if you don't have such moments.
Yeah.
So
You need friends to play with also lah.
Correct.
Solo isn't the best. I don't think it's as fun.
I say duos is the best because you
Duos.
get a good mix of are they gonna kill me or are they really
Right,
friendly?
right. But sometimes they mix you with people with a team of three. I mean.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
noticed that.
sometimes when I play with my friends, so two of us, and then we see like three people, and then we know we sure lose. I mean, like
What's up, man?
unless even though you're damn good. Yeah. So it's kind of weird. I feel like they need to fix that. But otherwise, I feel like it's a great game. I've been playing a lot of that. We should play more often.
Yeah.
Hey Raider.
I'm back on PvE.
You sure not? Oh, you resetted it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
resetted it right. Over. Yeah. If not, usually I shoot on site. But now I'm back on PvE.
I want to
so-
be rich.
Yeah. Sometimes I have no choice, man. They're just tempting me. The guy is just standing there like a pure headshot, man. I can just kill him right now.
So tempting, right?
Yeah. But peace. I'm now in the peaceful. Yeah.
In Zen.
Yeah.